campaign called Building Our Nest. This program will reach out to current students and young alumni to raise money for actual student initiatives, which can include anything from endowing student scholarships or helping RSOs with programming. Many of the facets of this program include our Young Alumni Walkway Program and the Honors Graduate Donor Program. Both of these are expected to begin in fall 2012. Your SGA has worked to create new and protect current student space on campus. We have seen great strides towards our new recreational center. We are expected to break ground soon, and the facility should be open for use by the student body by the end of 2013.
In addition to that, he's also worked hard to champion diversity. He's worked with the Kentucky ACLU to further LGBT rights across the state of Kentucky, and he worked with the Louisville Asset Building Coalition to help the poverty-stricken residents of our own city. And, as you just heard a few moments ago, he is this year's recipient of ABS's Bridging the Gap Award for helping to connect minority groups on campus with other organizations. However, his strongest asset as our president is the fervor with which he attacks his job. Robert Heinlein once said that being privileged to work hard for long hours at something that you think is worth doing is the best kind of play, and Curtis embodies this.
This guy's about to hit me in the face with this thing. With his camera, he just came in and sat there and put that shit right in my face. Should just shove the shit out of the way.
The truth is, however, that without the rest of student government and the unprecedented amount of cooperation we've had this year, none of what we've done would have been possible. The Constitution and bylaws revisions would not have happened had it not been for the tireless efforts of the McReynolds Court this year, and all the time they spent helping us with them over the summer. And finally, he worked on the Building Our Nest campaign, which sought to bring in more outside funding for student government and student activities to help put on more events for all students on campus.
Today, we must be sincere about what your future is in the Commonwealth of Kentucky. The need is great, and the time is now. You know, just a couple nights ago, Jerry Harry himself told us that it's halftime in America. And you know what? There's a little truth behind that statement. It's halftime in higher education. Never before have students been burdened with so much student loan debt. The tuition I paid in the fall of 2002 as a freshman has almost tripled now at the University of Kentucky and across other public institutions across this Commonwealth. Tuition is up. start with student loan growth, unemployment among our age demographic.
First of all, we passed an act to reduce the amount of waste created by student government and reduce our carbon footprint. Eventually, this will be our world, and it is high time we start acting like stewards of it right now in our youth. As Henry Clay said, the Constitution was made not merely for the generation that then existed, but for posterity. Unlimited, undefined, endless, perpetual posterity.
But all jokes aside, this has been one of the most successful and effective SGA administrations in history. And I would like to begin by sending a huge thank you to the members of our Student Senate, our Supreme Court, our executive staff, the U of L administration, the Task Force Freshman Program, Student Activities Board, and my executive cabinet. One of the greatest obstacles this year was our budget. The Student Government Association was faced with a budgetary situation it had never seen before. This year began with a $30,000 deficit, which had to immediately be corrected. Another includes Dorm Vault, a dorm accessory storage service that has the potential to raise another $100,000 for our student body. The complete revision and strengthening of our Constitution was both an accomplishment and an obstacle. All branches of SGA worked together to completely revamp and update our Constitution and bylaws, allowing for a more efficient and structured SGA to better serve the student body. With the amazing guidance of our videographer John Turner and the rest of our communications team, our Cardcast web show has become more informative, higher quality, and better than ever. We have completely revamped our website, making it more up-to-date, user-friendly, and accessible than ever before. With the initiative staff member Austin Lopsavero, we created TalkBin, so students could always text in questions and be well informed. For the first time in history, every RSO at our university has a direct line of communication to the SGA president through our President's Council, an assembly of every RSO president at U of L. Your SGA has committed itself to fostering diversity and ensuring that all our students are able to live in a vibrant and diverse campus. We have spent $2,000 to provide new movies in the library dealing specifically with minority issues.
Also done our first annual SGA Greek Luncheon, and this has been a great way to unify Greek organizations on campus. Every chapter had a representative there, and this was the first time that this has happened here at U of L's campus.
I've been at the University of Louisville for the past 8 years and involved in student government for many of those. I can unequivocally say that this has been SGA's most productive year in my tenure here at U of L. At our very first meeting, we had 7 resolutions and our Constitution and bylaws revisions to pass.
And SGA's communication team helped create the Pride Week promo video. I am proud to say that I am the first SGA president to speak at the Black State of the University address in years. And I would like to thank Janessa for her invitation to speak, and I would also like to thank the Association of Black Students and the Black Diamond Choir for awarding me the Bridging the Gap Award this year.
Which is the overall campaign for the university. And you can find out more about this at buildingournest.org.
One of the greatest accomplishments is one that has eluded SGA administrations for years, about 30 years. For years, graduating students have been forced to pay a diploma fee, an extra $25 to $45 to receive their degree they've already earned. This year, with the help of our provost, Shirley Willingantz, we were able to abolish this fee, saving students over $85,000 annually.
That cost. It made no sense to me that the last thing that you ended up doing was paying for something that you earned in the class. And so through the help of Curtis and student government's leadership this past year, I'm excited to be able to be part of eliminating that fee.
In order to make scholarships more accessible to students, we have provided a scholarships page on the SGA website that informs students of every scholarship offered at the University of Louisville.
Student here at the University of Louisville, and I'm so glad to see that now, even as the Dean of Students, that SGA is an active part of this campus, and your voice as a student is represented as your voice and your SGA.
Your voice, your SGA.
Your voice, your SGA.
Your voice, your SGA.
Your voice and your SGA.
Your voice, your SGA.
Your voice, your SGA.
Your voice, your SGA.
Your voice, your SGA.
The Barefoot campaign, which stemmed out of the University of Louisville, saw overwhelming support. including some legislators commenting on its brilliance and even taking off their shoes during the speech to show unity with the statement, "Education cuts," is Kentucky's attempt to fulfill its own stereotypes.
One of the things I love most about working at U of L and being part of this community is our commitment to diversity. And it's been really exciting to me